configure OSPF on this router. Yes, I am not able to. Okay, no problem. I want to configure OSPF on this router. What will be the command? What command I will run? What command I will run?
Router OSPF.
In global configure mode?
Yes.
In global configure mode, I will run router OSPF,
and then process ID.
Yes, then process ID. Suppose process
enter.
ID is 1. Once I will run this command on this router, right? This router will allocate a memory to OSPF process 1, right? This router will allocate one memory to OSPF 1. And if I want to run 2 process of OSPF on this router, if I will run this command also, router OSPF 2, that means I am running 2 process of OSPF on same router. So this router will allocate some memory to process number 2 as well, right? And whatever network command you will run in this process, right, that will store in the database of this process, and whatever command I will run in this process, that network will store in the database of this process. Am I right? So process ID is used to identify which process of OSPF you are running, used to identify on which process you will run what network command. If I will run network 0.0, network 10.0.0.0, suppose my network command is 10.0.0.0. If I will run this network command in OSPF process 1, then this link will store in this memory. Right? This network command will store in this memory, not in this memory, not in this process. So process ID is used to identify process of OSPF on router. Okay, second question is, what is router ID? Second question is, what is router ID in OSPF? Hello, Mahen sir, what is router ID? Firaz, you can type in chat as well. Okay, I am waiting for your answer. What is router ID in OSPF?
Router ID is basically the highest loopback IP address, so highest physically configured.
You are saying that what router ID will, this is election process of router ID, right?
Okay.
How router will elect a router ID. My question is, what is router ID? What is the use of router ID in OSPF?
Router ID basically is being used to identify the OSPF router.
OSPF, yes. Firaj is saying that it must be unique. Okay, it must be unique, but what is router ID?
To identify a router in, to identify the OSPF router.
Yes, so it is identification of router,
OSPF
like your name. Like your name is Gobin, your name is Firaz, right? How I am calling you. How OSPF router will call to other router by their router ID. Yes, identity. Good, Firaz. It is identity of router in OSPF. Okay, tell me, I am configuring OSPF on 2 router. Can I configure? I will configure OSPF process ID 1 over here and OSPF process ID 2 over here.
Yes, you can configure.
OSPF 2. We'll never see fork.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes. Process ID can be same or can be different.
Yes, process ID can be same as well as process ID can be different. Right? Process ID is locally significant. You can configure anything as a process ID. But process ID is, what is the range of process ID? What is the range of process ID?
It is starting from 0 to 65,000 something.
You can't run OSPF process ID 0 on router. Must tell you.
And from 1 to 65,000 something.
Yes. 1 to 65535.
2 raised to the power 16, right?
2 to the power 16. Yes. You can configure process ID from 1 to 65535. Can I configure same router ID on this two router? 1.1.1.1, 2.2.2. Oh, sorry. 1.1.1.1 and 1.1.1.1.
This
No.
has to be unique.
What will happen if I will configure same router ID on two router? What will happen if I will configure same router ID on two router? Will this router form neighborship or not?
No.
No. Why? Why?
Not sure why, but router ID must be unique.
When router will check router ID in Ospf? When router will check router ID in Ospf? When router will check router ID in Ospf? Question is very simple. What will happen if I will configure same router ID on two router? Guys, you haven't configured Ospf or you haven't learned anything about Ospf. You haven't read book or watch my recorded session. You haven't watched my any recorded session on Ospf. See, when I will configure Ospf on this router, right, and when I will advertise this interface in Ospf, this router will start sending hello message from this interface. Am I right? This router will start sending hello message from this interface. And when R2 will receive this hello message, what R2 will check? R2 will check router ID, and router ID must be unique, right? Router ID must be unique. So R2 will came to know that my router ID is 1.1.1 and I am receiving a hello message with same router ID. This router will not accept this hello message. This router will drop this hello message. They will not form neighborship.
There will be issue with reachability.
So in which state this router will stuck? In which state these two router will stuck?
Down?
In which state?
Down?
In down state. Yes.
Because router 1 will not receive hello.
Yes, router 1, router 2 is not receiving. Okay. When router 2 will also send hello message with router ID 1.1.1.1. Now tell me on which state this router will stuck. In which state of neighborship this two router will stuck?
Initial, because it is receiving on router ID in the hello message.
Oh my God. No. No. When R2 will receive hello message on this interface and they will find same router ID, it will not accept this hello message. So neighborship will stuck in down state. Guys, R2 is not receiving this hello message on this interface. Yes, R2 is receiving, but R2 is not accepting, right? R2 is not accepting. When R2 will accept this hello message on this interface, then a state of this interface will move to init state, right? So this hello message is hitting on this interface, but R2 is not accepting. Am I right? This hello message which R1 is sending to R2 is hitting on this interface, but R2 is not accepting it. So neighborship will stuck in which state? In down state. So if someone will ask you that if I will configure same router ID on two directly connected router, in which state of neighborship, neighborship will stuck? Your answer will be in.
So in both cases, it will stuck in down state.
Yes.
Because when router 1 sends hello message, router 2 will not accept when router 2 sends hello message, router 1 will not accept.
Exactly. So neighborship will stuck in down state, right? Okay. Now if I will configure 2.2.2.2 over here, 2.2.2.2 over here, and 1.1.1 over here, and if neighborship will stuck in init state, what can be the reason? Now my neighborship is stuck in init state. What can be the reason? I am giving you 2 minutes. Hello guys, Ospf is very important routing protocol. You have to learn very carefully this routing protocol. Many companies running this protocol in their network, in their enterprises network, right? If neighborship will stuck in init state, what can be the reason? Okay, tell me how a state will move in two-way state from init state. When a state will move to two-way state from init state?
When router receives second hello packet.
Second hello packet?
Yes.
Why? Why when router receives second hello message? I have never discussed these things. Then router will receive second hello message or third hello message.
I think you mentioned like when router receives on router ID.
Yes. Means when R1 is receiving hello message from R2, R1 is not able to find their own router ID in the field of active neighbor field, right? Guys, in hello message there is one field called active neighbor field, right? Active neighbor field. In that field, when router will find their own router ID, means when R2 will send hello message to R2 with their active neighbor as 1.1.1.1, then only a state will move to two-way state. Am I right? Am I right? So if neighborship will stuck in init state, that means router is not receiving hello message with their own router ID in active neighbor field. Okay, if neighborship will stuck in two-way state, what can be the reason? Hello.
Say again the question.
My Ospf neighborship between two router is stuck in two-way state. In two-way state. What can be the reason? As a network engineer, you need to do troubleshooting. Why neighborship is stuck in two-way state? DR, BDR, DR, BDR.
Feras is saying priority problems.
Yes, reason can be these two routers are DR other.
Priority.
So in between DR other and DR other, neighborship will stuck in two-way state, right? DR router will form full adjacency with DR only and with BDR only,
Yes.
right? So here you can see I am using broadcast link. Ethernet link is broadcast. If I will talk about Ethernet link, so guys, behavior of Ethernet link is broadcast. There can be a switch also. There can be a multiple device as well, right? So maybe this router is DR and this router is DR other. DR other. dr other. So definitely neighborship will stuck in two-way state with dr other, between dr other and dr
Because
other.
because they can't exchange LSA.
Yes.
Okay, the only two-way state will only stuck between DR others router, right?
Yes, with dr other router.
The answer to your question can be like there is no DR and BDR in the network.
If there is no dr and bdr, suppose I am using point-to-point link between R1 and R2, neighborship will never stuck in two-way state. Okay, if neighborship will stuck in X start state, what can be the reason?
MTU size.
MTU mismatch. Okay.
Yes.
Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? R1, R2. Okay, now neighborship state is two-way. How neighborship state will move in X start state from two-way? How neighborship will move in X start state from two-way? When router will exchange? DBD. So suppose due to congestion or suppose due to any region, a router is not receiving empty DBD. This is empty DBD. Then neighborship will stuck in which state? X start state. And if MTU will mismatch, then also neighborship will stuck in
Start.
Okay, can two router stuck in exchange state of OSPF? In exchange state. Can two router stuck in exchange state? Answer of this question is yes. But if there is some problem in hardware, then only neighborship will stuck in exchange state. Guys, there is no any logic of stacking neighborship in exchange state, right? If your hardware is working fine, both hardware device is working fine, neighborship will never stuck in exchange state, right? And in loading state as well, neighborship will definitely move in full state. Okay, so as a network engineer, you have to troubleshoot two-way state and X start state, init state and down state, right? So hope if neighborship will stuck in two-way state, you can find the problem. If neighborship will stuck in X start state, you can find the solution. If neighborship is down, state of interface is down, you can find the.
But this is stuck in two-way state, like there is no DR and BDR.
If there is no DR and BDR, if I am using serial link, if I am using serial link, then neighborship will not stuck in two-way state, right? Because there is no DR and BDR election. At CCNA level, neighborship will not stuck in two-way state, right? There is lot of things. There is some more concept in two-way state, right? Neighborship can stuck in two-way state as well if I am using point-to-point link as well. but it is very critical. Most of the time you will not find this type of issue in your network. Okay.
Okay.
When you will learn CCNP, you will came to know more thing about this state, right? There are a lot of things. Fine. Now my question is again, what is DR? What is DR?
Designated router.
Okay, what is the use of DR? Why we come up with DR and BDR concept in OSPF?
Just to stop the flooding of LSA.
Flooding of LSA. Flooding of which LSA?
One.
Yes, flooding of one LSA, or you can say to stop the, to reduce the number of adjacency as well. So suppose if I have a network like this, this is my switch, here is router, here is router, here is router, and here is router. There are 8 router. Okay, so this is my suppose R1. So number of adjacency of R1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So it will send 6 database, right? So to reduce the number of adjacency, we will elect one router as DR. So suppose this is my DR. Now this router will form full neighborship with DR only, right? There will be no adjacency between DR other to DR other, right? So to reduce the number of adjacency in OSPF, we come up with concept DR and BDR. Fine. Now what is the use of BDR?
It will act as a backup for DR. In case DR goes down.
Yes, Khalid?
In case the DR traffic drops, the BDR will take over.
Okay, BDR is backup for DR, right? Backup for, yes, Firaz, definitely right. Now my next question is, which router will generate LSA 1? Which router will generate LSA 1, and what will be the information in LSA 1? What will be the information in LSA 1, and which router will generate LSA 1? What is the full form of LSA?
Link state advertisement.
Yes, link state advertisement. Fine. Who will generate LSA 1?
Every router within area.
Yes, every router within area will generate LSA 1. LSA 1 means I am talking about which LSA? I am talking about router LSA, right? Name of LSA 1 is router LSA. So every router within area will generate LSA 1. And which router will generate LSA 2?
DR.
DR only. Right? What is the use of LSA 2? What is the use of LSA 2?
Update all connected routers.
Yes, attached router in that segment, right? Connected router in that segment.
That's it.
Okay, now tell me, will DR generate LSA 1 also? Will DR router generate LSA 1?
I think its own LSA1 should generate.
Yes, I think yes.
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 DR router will also generate LSA 1.
Yes.
What do you think, Mahendra? What do you think, Nikhil?
I think LSA1 can be generated, will be generated by every router, but LSA2 can only be generated by DR.
Yes, definitely. LSA 1 will generated by all router in a area. So DR router will also generate LSA 1.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now what will be the information in LSA 1? In LSA 2 there will be information about directly connected router. Am I right? Like 1.1.1.1, 2.2.2.2 means these router are connected in this segment. But what will be the information in LSA1? What will be the information in LSA1?
The stop network.
Oh my God. Why? I am receiving this type of answer from you guys. There will be information of link. See, if I have a router with 4 links,
Yes.
here I am running 10 network, here I am running 20 network, here I am running 30 network, here I am running 40 network. This router will create LSA1, right? This router will create LSA1, and in this LSA1 there will be information of this link also, this link also, this link also, and this link also. There will be information of link 10, 20, 30, 40, right? Whatever cost they will calculate on this link, like cost of this link is suppose fast Ethernet link, so cost will be 1, cost of this link will be also 1, right? There will be information of subnet mask of this network as well, right? So there will be all information about link, right? Which type of link it is, what is the cost of this link, which network we are running on this link, which IP address I am running on this interface. Am I right? There will be complete information about link in LSA1. So if someone will ask you that okay, if someone will ask you that what is link state routing protocol? So link state routing protocol means a router will have complete information of topology, right? So how router will, through which LSA router can design a complete topology? By checking LSA1 only, right? By checking the information which is present in LSA1, a router can design entire topology. Am I right? Am I right? Hello? Hello?
Boss is always right.
Yes?
Boss is always right.
Okay. So you are saying I am right, right? So by checking LSA1, a router can design entire topology. Am I right? Okay. Now, what is backbone router?
Router present in area 0 will be known as backbone router.
Router whose all interface belongs to area 0. That router is known as backbone router. Okay, what is internal router?
Whose all interface lies in regular area.
In regular area. Fine. What is ABR?
Whose at least one interface lies to backbone area and other can be in regular area.
Yes, one interface must be in area 0 and at least one interface must be in regular area, right? So that router will become ABR, and ABR will generate LSA 3. ABR router will generate LSA 3 to share all prefixes of this area in this area. But how ABR router will, suppose here is one router R0, fine. Here is one router. Let me draw this topology again. Suppose I have a network like this, R1, R2, R3. This is my area 0 and this is my area 1. So this router will become ABR. How this router will, how R1 will came to know that my ABR is 2.2.2.2 or my ABR is router 2. How R1 and R3 will came to know that my ABR is 2.2.2. I am giving you 1 minute, guys. Just wait for 1 minute. Till then, be ready with your answer. How R1 and R3 will came to know that my ABR router is 2.2.2.2. Yes. Yes, Gobind. I am expecting answer from you and from Khalid also and from Firaz also. I am not expecting answer from Nikhil and Mahendra. Nikhil and Mahendra, why you are not speaking? हेलो निखिल
सर।
यस, क्या आपको कुछ समझ में नहीं आता?
सर कुछ हद तक तो हाँ समझ में आता है, लेकिन ये कभी इनिशियल किया नहीं है, तो इसको प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, थोड़ा रीड करेंगे तब क्लियर होगा।
आपने कभी ओएसपीएफ कॉन्फ़िगर भी नहीं किया जीएनएस3 में?
नहीं किया सर, वो तो स्टैटिक राउटिंग कर रहे थे, आरआईपी कर रहे थे। उसके बाद
आपको नहीं लगता है कि आपने 6,000 रुपये का वेस्ट कर दिया 6,000 रुपीज को? मुझे तो एकदम
नहीं
से लग
सर,
रहा है सर।
नहीं सर, वेस्ट तो नहीं किया है, कुछ तो चीजें गेन कर रहे हैं, कुछ रास्ता होगा जो प्रैक्टिस के लिए हमें इम्प्रूव करेगा।
मैंने आपको क्या बोला था कि 45 डे के अंदर आपको एक रिमार्केबल इम्प्रूवमेंट दिखेगा, लेकिन ऐसे नहीं। उसके लिए मैंने आपको ये भी बोला था कि आपको भी अपने तरफ से क्या करना पड़ेगा, प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा।
सर एक रिक्वेस्ट अगेन फिर से कर रहा हूँ।
क्या? बोलिए।
वैसे इंग्लिश में प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती है, लेकिन जो चीजें अपन लर्निंग में हैं उसमें कहीं ना कहीं से
देखिए, मेरा जो इंग्लिश बोलने का वो है ना, वो एकदम हिंदी जैसा ही है। मैं ऐसा प्रोफेशनल इंग्लिश तो बोलता नहीं हूँ कि आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा, है कि नहीं?
नहीं, इंग्लिश समझ में आता है, लेकिन इंग्लिश को क्या है, कभी भी कोई चीज अगर हम माइंड में एब्जॉर्व करेंगे तो उसको कन्वर्ट पहले हिंदी में करेंगे, उसके बाद ही वो एब्जॉर्व होगी। ये शायद इसकी पीछे की मेंटेलिटी ही कुछ और है, क्योंकि हम लोग का बेसिक नॉलेज, बेसिक एजुकेशन जो है वो हिंदी है। तो कोई इंग्लिश का टर्म्स भी अगर है उसको हिंदी में कम्युनिकेट करना, पहले ट्रांजेक्ट करना,
देखो
उसके बाद उसको एब्जॉर्व करना।
आप अगर CCNA का बुक्स भी पढ़ोगे ना, किसी का नोट्स भी पढ़ोगे ना, आपको हिंदी में नोट्स नहीं मिलेगा, आपको नोट्स इंग्लिश में ही मिलेगा। एम आई राइट?
ठीक। सर एक बार कोई कॉन्सेप्ट अगर है तो उसको हिंदी में रिपीट कर देंगे तो थोड़ा सा हमें हेल्पिंग होगा।
वो भी आप बोलोगे तभी तो करूंगा। आप बोलोगे नहीं सर ये चीजें मुझे समझ में नहीं आई, इसको एक बार फिर से एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए। एम आई राइट?
ओके, क्लियर सर।
आप बोलोगे तब तो, आप बोलोगे ही नहीं, चुप रहोगे तो कैसे करूंगा? और जब आप अगर ये कर पूरा आपकी ट्रेनिंग खत्म हो जाएगी और आप कुछ सीखोगे नहीं यार, तो सबसे खराब तो मुझे लगेगा।
नहीं सर, उसको कर लेंगे। थोड़ा सा समय भी शायद निकाल नहीं पाया हूँ प्रैक्टिस के लिए, अभी कुछ समय थोड़ा सा व्यस्त था। अब मैं उसको प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ सर।
अगर आप EHRP नहीं भी पढ़ते हो अच्छे से कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन OSPF तो कम से कम एटलीस्ट पढ़ लो, है ना?
जी सर, जी सर, जी सर।
ओके
ओके सर।
यस Khalid, how R1 and R2 will came to know that my ABR is 2.2.2?
I think if you run so OSPF,
Okay.
I'm just guessing. I don't know exactly.
Yes, you can guess. Yes, tell me when I will configure OSPF. Khalid,
If you run show OSPF protocol, that you can see. I don't know.
okay.
Pass.
Let me open GNS3.
It's really very useful question.
Basically, we need to do a practical in order to understand
Yes,
how
so
traffic
you
goes
should
between.
configure also. You should configure
uh,
OSPF on router many times, right? You have to practice again and again. Then only
We
you have.
haven't discussed the theory, Praphul, about area. What is the area concept? We have discussed the theory, but we haven't done the practical yet. Like how traffic flow
But
between
in
area
last
0
class,
to
but in
other
last
area.
class, Gobind, in last class we had discussed that in LSA 1 there will be one field called B, in their field called flag field, right?
Yes.
In flag field there will be one bit called B bit, right? And AVR router will always set this bit as 1, and all other router will set this field as 0. So when router 1 will receive LSA 1 of this router 2.2.2.2, there will be this field will be on there, right? Then this router will came to know that okay, this LSA, who is sending this LSA 2.2.2, and he is set this bit on. That means 2.2.2 is ABR. Am I right? So now this router is expecting that ABR router will send some information of network which is running in different area. Am I right? This router in area C, this is my area 0 and this is my area 1. When R1, when this router R0 will receive LSA 1 from R1, right, from 2.2.2, there will be B field on, right? This field will set as 1. So this router will came to know that this is my DR, right? So first of all, this router will calculate cost for to reach DR. This router will calculate cost to reach DR. Suppose this router calculate cost 1 to reach DR, right? And now there is one network 1.1.1.1, 10.1.1.1.1, right? When AVR router will send the information of 10.1.1.1 network to this router, right? AVR router will also send cost. So suppose cost from AVR router to this network is 10. Then how this router will came to know that what will be the cost for this network from me? Okay, so cost which AVR router is telling me is 10. That means cost from AVR router to reach in this network is 10, and cost to reach AVR router from me is 1. That means total cost to reach in this network will be 11. Am I right? Let me do one practical of area. See, GNS3. What is autonomous system number in EIGRP?
The group of network which share the same routing policy.
Group of network.
Network or network devices which share
Why
the
group of? Why we are saying group of network? It can be a single network also. It is an domain. It is an area where routing policy for all router will be same. This is your exact answer. AS means not a group of network, right? In many books you will see this. The autonomous system is a group of network, but it's not true. It can be a single network as well. Fine. So suppose
basically it is something like a number of network devices are sharing same routing policy.
yes.
Getting ready for the interviews. After finishing your course, then I will be attending interviews.
If you will give interview in company like HCL or like in Airtel, like in Vodafone, NOC, Network Operation Center, in any network NOC, right? These are the questions which network interviewer will definitely ask to you. OSPF state, types of message in OSPF, right? ABR, ASBR,
Yes.
LSA. Which router will generate which LSA?
This is why I'm learning theory part. Maximum time they do not ask the practical.
Yes, most of the time they will not ask. They will ask if you will give interview face to face interview. If you will attend face to face interview, definitely they will ask some scenario based question also. They can ask you like this: we have two computer. I am running IP address 10.1 over here, 10.2 over here. Please explain packet flow if the MAC address of this machine is A and MAC address of this machine is B. Explain packet flow between computer A and computer B. But if you are attending interview on call, right, they will not ask scenario based question. And now many companies are taking interview on call only, right? Suppose this is what is happening here. OSPF area 0. So here you will learn how to configure OSPF on interface basis as well, right? We have two options to configure OSPF. So see, suppose this is my area 1. This is my area 1. Suppose here I am running network 12.1.1.1, 23.1.1.0, 0. Here I am running network 34.1.1.0/24. And we have some loopback. I am configuring OSPF, but I have lot of question for you from ESERP as well. Okay, how many types of messages are there in OSPF? How many types of messages are there? How many types of messages are there in OSPF? Khalid. Gobind.
5 type.
5 type? Can you tell me the name?
First name is hello.
Okay. What is the use of hello message?
Just to check alive.
Keep alive? No. Okay, keep alive is also keep alive. Oh, hello message is used for keep alive also. Anything else?
Neighbor keep alive.
To discover neighbor, right?
Yeah.
First use of hello message is to discover neighbor.
Neighbor.
Okay. What is second type of message in OSPF? Type 2 message.
Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
No. Acknowledgement is the last message.
Last message, yeah.
So much in OSPF. Is it DBD?
Yes, DBD.
And
What is DBD?
Database description message.
What do you mean by database description? Description is just like a menu, right? When you will go to hotel, right, for a dinner, they will provide you one menu card, right? There will be no actual burger. There will be name of some burger, some type of burger, some type of sandwich. So that are description, right?
Yes.
Actual burger will be inside database, inside LSA, right? First router will send menu card. DBD, okay. What is third type of message in OSPF?
LSR, link state request,
LSR, okay.
and then LSU, link state
LSU,
update,
okay.
and then link state acknowledgement.
Great.
I remembered it for EIGRP, like the hello, update, query,
reply, acknowledgement.
And when suddenly you asked about OSPF, then I was blank.
Okay.
There is
How many types of
many
message are
topics
there in
OSPF.
EIGRP, by the way? How many types of
Hello,
message?
update query.
Hello, update,
Hello, update
reply.
query, reply, acknowledgement.
Hello. What is the use of query message in EIGRP?
Query message is only generated when you find an invisible successor.
When a network bill goes down and there will be no feasible successor for that network in topology table, router will generate query message to ask to their neighbor that do you have any path to reach in this network, right? By query
Query
message का
message will
काम
only
ये
be
है.
generated when it does not find a feasible successor in topology table.
Yes, exactly. What is the benefit of manual summarization in EIGRP? What is the benefit of summarization in EIGRP? Am I running any protocol in this router now? No. Let me configure OSPF. How I will configure? In global configure mode, I will run router, OSPF, and process ID. You can see the range of process ID is from 1 to 65535. That means process ID is an decimal value and it is 16 bits value, right? And it is an locally significant. Am I right? So suppose I am using process ID according to my router number 1. Guys, after running this command, what will happen on this router on R1? What will happen?
Router 1 will reserve some memory for this process.
Yes, router 1 will allocate some memory for this process. Means after running this command, OSPF, you will enable, you have enabled EIGRP, you have enabled OSPF on this router. After running this command, so IP protocol, you can verify it as well. So IP protocol.
Can we do it like router 2 and router 3 can be ABR, router 1 can be area 1, and router 4 can be area 2? Yeah. And the middle one is area 0, between 2 and 3.
Yes, I can do anything.
You need to swap area.
This is my in area 2.
Area 2, and the middle one is area 0, and the left one is area 1.
Okay, what will happen if I will configure like this? This is my area 1 domain and this one is area 2 domain.
Area 2 does not.
Yes, R4 will never communicate to R1.
Yes.
Right? Because there is no ABR. So who will generate LSA3? Who will send the network information of this area in this area?
And every area has to be connected to backbone area.
Yes, that's the reason. you have to make this router as ABR. Then only the ABR router is ABR router will only share prefixes of one area in another area, right? So there is no ABR now.
Question you asked about summarization. Summarization we do just to reduce the size of routing table.
Okay, to reduce the size of routing table and topology table as well, right?
Yes, basically it summarizes the prefixes.
Yes, and to stop query message as well. See how, if we have a router like R1, R2, okay, and here I am running some network 10.1.1.0/24, 10.1.2.0/24, 10.1.3.0/24, right? When I will configure EIGRP on these two router, EIGRP will advertise these three network to their neighbor, right? R2 will store this network in the topology table and routing table as well, right? So in the topology table or in the routing table, there will be three network 10.1.1.0/24, 10.1.2.0/24 and 10.1.3.0/24, right? Now suppose when this network will goes down, this router will generate query message. Am I right? This router will generate query message. Yes or no? Yes, definitely a network will, whenever network will goes down and there is no feasible successor for this network, so router will generate query message. But if I will advertise a summary network, right, like 10.1.0.0/24, then router 2 will not store these three network. Router 1 will store only one network, that is 10.1.0.0/16. This is 16, right? And now if this network will goes down, R2 will not generate query message.
So router 2 will only generate query message when all the network goes down on router 1.
Whenever one network will goes down, now there is only one network, you can see. Now when this network will goes down, then only this router will generate query message. Am I right?
Yes.
So summarization, the benefit of summarization is to stop sending query message also, right? And to reduce the size of topology table and routing table. Okay, now here I am on R1. I have already configured IP address. See, I am running which routing protocol? How to verify which routing protocols I am running on router? Command will be show IP protocol. This command will show you which routing protocols you are running on router. So I am running which routing protocol? Routing protocol is Ospf 1. And what is my router ID? 1.1.1. Why router ID is 1.1.1?
This is the highest.
Because I haven't configured manually, right? Then router will elect one router ID automatically, right? So first of all, they will look for loopback IP address. There is only one loopback address, 1.1.1. So the 1.1.1 will be elected as router ID. If there will be no loopback, अगर यहाँ पे loopback नहीं होता, then what will be the router ID of R1? If
highest physical interface.
Yes, that is 12.1.1.1, right? Then 12.1.1.1 will become router ID of R1. Fine. Now show IP Ospf database. Is there any information in database? Which type of database it is? Which type of LSA it is? Sorry, which type of LSA it is? It is an router LSA, means LSA 1. Guys, there will be information of link. So IP Ospf database and router. Is there anything? Is there any information of link? No. Why? Because I haven't advertised any link in Ospf till now. Once I will advertise loopback, So how to advertise loopback in OSPF? How to enable OSPF on loopback interface? We have two options. Go to router OSPF process 1 and you can run network command. Am I right? Or you have one more option. You can configure OSPF on interface basis as well. Interface loopback 1 IP OSPF process and area. What is my area? 1 area 1. See the database of this router now. So IP OSPF database. And now you can check this LSA in detail. So IP OSPF database router 1.1.1. This is header of LSA 1 and this is information of link. Am I right? Network is 1.1.1.1 and subnet mask is 255.255.255.255 and metric of this link is 1. How OSPF calculate metric 1 for this loopback? Tell me.
Because it is directly connected.
It is directly connected?
Yes.
How OSPF router calculate metric? What is formula? Metric is
Your
cost.
reference bandwidth
Reference
divided
bandwidth.
by interface bandwidth. Link
Reference bandwidth divided by link bandwidth. Bandwidth of link. Okay. What is reference bandwidth by default in OSPF? What is reference bandwidth in OSPF by default?
100.
100. So IP OSPF. Is there any
Reference
information?
bandwidth is 100 Mbps.
Yes, by default reference bandwidth is 100 Mbps. Where I can check it? So IP protocol.
Here it is. Just
Where?
above. Scroll up a bit. Just above area 1.
Here?
Scroll down a bit. Okay, just above area 1.
Area 1.
Yes, just above this line. Above area
Yes,
1.
here you can see reference bandwidth unit is 100 Mbps, right? So reference bandwidth will be 100. After that, bandwidth of my link. So bandwidth of my link is how I will check bandwidth of loopback interface. So interface loopback 1. Bandwidth of loopback interface is 8 lakh or 80 lakh. 1, 2, 3,
80 lakh
4,
kbps.
5, 6, 7.
80 lakh.
80 lakh. 1, 2, 3.
But
In
100 is
Mbps,
Mbps. This
in
is
Mbps it will be 8000.
Yes, just remove 3. Last 3 0.
Yes. So it will be 8000 in Mbps, right? This is in Mbps. In Mbps. What value I will get after dividing? 100 upon 80. 0 point something. Am I right? Value will be
0.08.
Yes, whatever value, something. So OSPF will consider it as a 1. So here you need to change reference bandwidth if you want to calculate exact bandwidth, right? Now let me change the bandwidth of loopback interface. Go to loopback interface.
And
loopback 1.
reference bandwidth should be highest bandwidth that router is connected to.
Yes, exactly. Now my link bandwidth is 8000 Mbps, right? So we need to change reference bandwidth, or I can change the bandwidth of my link. How I will change reference bandwidth? Router OSPF 1 reference. Google it. How to change reference bandwidth in OSPF. command to change auto cost reference bandwidth and the router command to configure. हट यार.
You can also write this type of loads.
This is also an interview question, how to change reference bandwidth. Yes, here you can see auto cost reference bandwidth, and reference bandwidth is suppose now 80,000. Reference bandwidth is changed. Am I right? Now you can see the database of R1. So IP OSPF database. So IP OSPF database router 1.1.1.1.
In which mode you change the host?
In OSPF.
Okay.
Router OSPF 1. Sorry. Auto cost reference bandwidth. This is command. Okay. Now my bandwidth is suppose this one. Reference bandwidth is. So you can configure reference bandwidth from 1 to 4294967, right? Okay, so my reference bandwidth is suppose 4294996 942949667. Okay, now you can see. So IP OSPF database router 1.1.1. Clear IP OSPF process. Yes. And so IP OSPF database. Again metric is 1. So interface loopback 1. Interface loopback 1 and bandwidth is this is problem of GNS3. Okay, this is problem of GNS3 only.
I will try to
in
do
GNS3 everything will not support. I will give you one short video on real device, right? How to manipulate with this thing. Okay, I will make one video on real device and I will show you how to change how after changing reference bandwidth metric will be different. Okay, so leave it for now.
I thought GNS3 is best in the business for this type of stuff, but that also have some bugs.
Yes, you can do complete, you can do approximately 85% routing in GNS3 only. 85%. You can perform 85% task in GNS3, right? It will not support 15% task.
Yeah, we can expect that.
Yes.
Even real device has some bug.
Exactly. In STP, there are some type of STP, that is MSTP. MSTP that will not support in GNS3 also, right? To configure MSTP, you have to configure on real device, right? When I am teaching people MST, then I am performing practical on real device only, right? Because MST is not support in GNS3 or in packet tracer. So there are something that you have to ignore here in GNS3, right? So definitely metric will be different in real scenario now, right? Okay, so why there is information of only one link? Why? There is two link.
Have you advertised 12 to
Yes,
1.1?
I have advertised only loopback interface till now, right? Let me advertise physical interface as well. So go to interface, fast Ethernet 0/0, and IP Ospf process is 1 and area will be 1, right? So IP Ospf database, you can see in this database there are two link, right?
Let's check the database.
In detail.
In the database there should be two LSA.
Router, see, this is the information of loopback link, and this is information of,
see the metrics for 12.1.1.
yes, go to Ospf and run router Ospf1, and reference bandwidth is auto cost reference bandwidth will be 100. So IP Ospf database router. Now is it fine?
Yes.
So for loopback it's not working only, right? Why it's not working for loopback then? If it is
might be possible that loopback always has host 1.
No.
It's not an actual physical interface. Logical.
What will be the bandwidth? What is the bandwidth of this link? 100 kbps. Okay, so now there is information of two link, right? This is problem of definitely GNS3, or it might be possible that in GNS3 for loopback interface cost is fixed, but in real scenario you can,
it says a default cost metric of 0 to the loopback interface.
yeah. Now go to R2. Now you tell me how I will configure Ospf on R2. What will be the command? Configure terminal. Tell me command router.
Have you configured IP address?
Interface fast Ethernet 0/0 no shutdown. IP address 12.1.1.2 255.255.255.0. Interface fast Ethernet 0/1 no shutdown. IP address 23.1.1.2 255.255.255.0 exit interface loopback 1. IP address is 2.2.2.2 255.255.255.255. Yes. Interface fast Ethernet 0/0. No shut. Oh my God! Why I am running no shutdown command? IP OSPF process ID 2 and area. In which area I will advertise 0/0? In area 1. Right? Now go to interface fast Ethernet 0/1. IP OSPF
Process
2
ID area 0
and area 0. So IP
I think this is the best way to configure OSPF rather than advertising
Yes.
networks using wildcard mask.
Yeah. Now guys, you can see the database of R2. There are lot of LSA. There are lot of LSA. This one is router LSA. Right? This is router LSA of 2.2.2.2. In which area? In area 0. Am I right? This is LSA 1 in area 0 and this is LSA 1 in area 1. Hello.
Yes.
In the LSA 1 of area 1 there is two LSA 1, right? And in the database of area 0 there is only one LSA. Am I right? Let me show you the database of R1 now. So IP OSPF database. You can see how many LSA are there. This is router LSA.
LSA 1, 2.
There is there any LSA of area 0? Is there any LSA of area 0? No. Right?
Area 1.
But see the routing table of this router. So IP root. There is 2.2.2. Let me configure 2.2.2 on AVR router first. So go to router 2. I have two options to advertise loopback interface. I can advertise loopback in area 1 as well and area 0 as well. In which area you need to advertise loopback? You tell me, guys. Interface loopback 1. IP OSPF 2 and area. In which area? Either you can advertise this loopback in area 1 or in area 0. Right? I am advertising in area 0. Fine? Okay. So this loopback is present in area 0. Now let me show you the database of R1. Where is charger? So IP OSPF database. Is there any LSA from area 0? No. But in the routing table, you can see there is one root 2.2.2.2. And here you can see O means OSPF and IA means inter area. So this is the root of inter area. Inter area means different area and intra area means same area. Right? Inter area means different area and intra area means in my area. Here you can see IA. Where is IA?
ISIS inter area.
Yes. But I am not able to see.
IH OSPF inter area in the second line, second row.
In the second line?
Second
Here?
line, last
Yes,
line.
here you can see inter area, right? O means OSPF and IA means inter area. Inter area means different area. That means this router received this network from different area, right? So IP OSPF database. And metric, so IP OSPF, so IP root. What is metric for this network? Metric is 2. Let me show you database. So IP OSPF database. Let me open this LSA. So IP OSPF database network. Oh my god, I am using Ethernet link. So there is DR and BDR as well. So who is generating this LSA, network LSA? DR router, right? Leave network LSA. So IP OSPF database. Leave this LSA for a minute, network LSA, right? This is LSA 2. Let's see this LSA. Who is generating this LSA?
ABR.
See the advertising router ID. Advertising router ID means who is advertising this LSA? 2.2.2.2 means 2.2.2 is my ABR.
And generally, router LSA is LSA1, network LSA is router 2, summary LSA is router
Yes.
IBR, compatible IBR.
Yes. Let me open the database of. Let me open this LSA in detail. So IP OSPF database. After that, summary. After running this command, you can see advertising router ID is this one, and cost to reach 2.2.2 is 1, right? And 2.2.2 is my ABR, right? And to reach my ABR cost is 1. That means cost from me to reach in 2.2.2 will be 1 plus 1, 2. So IP root. Here you can see cost is 2. Hello. This is not part of CCNA, right? If you are confusing, don't focus much on this thing. Okay. This is how R1 will calculate cost to reach in a network which is present in inter area. Means which is present in different area, network which is running in different area. How to calculate cost? So first router will calculate cost to reach ABR, and then router will check cost to reach in that network from ABR router, and router will add that cost with ABR cost, right? With the help of which algorithm? With the help of which algorithm? SPF algorithm, right?
And full form is start from D, right? Something which will stop and then so just password.
Yeah. So how many network this router received from different area? This one is 1, and here is one more network 2. Where is 23.3.3? Here, this one, right? So this network is also present in area 0, right? So for R1, this network is present in inter area, right? And see the cost for this network. Cost is again 2, because cost of fast Ethernet link will be 1. Cost of this link will be 1, and cost to reach ABR is also 1. So total cost will be 2. Now how to check who is my ABR?
Told us something B.
So IP OSPF database. Who is advertising summary LSA?
2.2.2.
Yes, that means 2.2.2 is my ABR, because only ABR router will generate LSA 3, that is summary LSA. Only.
Okay, then a router can also come to know about ABR.
Yes.
Using its database, like which generating summary LSA.
Exactly. Who is generating? So see, this LSA, this one is LSA 1. So every router in an area will generate LSA 1. Right? This is LSA 2, that is network LSA. Only DR router will generate this LSA, and this is LSA 3. Only ABR router will generate LSA 3. Let me just wait, guys. Let me connect my charger. Yes. Okay. Now I am going to configure R3. Have I advertised loopback on R2 in Ospf? Yes. Go to R3. Configure terminal. Interface. Fast Ethernet 0/0. No shutdown. IP address is 23.1.1.3 255.255.255.0. Interface Fast Ethernet 0/1. No shutdown. And IP address will be 34.1.1.3 255.255.255.0. IP Ospf. No, first of all, let me configure loopback as well, so that router ID will be 3.3.3, right? Otherwise, it will elect router ID 34.1.1.1, right? Interface loopback 1, IP address. Guys, on loopback interface, I don't need to run no shutdown command. Why? By default, loopback interface is no shut up, because loopback is a logical interface, right? All logical interface will be up by default, like the interface of switch. So by default, all port of switch is up, but by default, all physical interface of router will be down. Okay. So here IP address will be 3.3.3 255.255.255.255. IP Ospf 3 and area 2. Exit interface Fast Ethernet 0/0 IP Ospf 3 and area will be what? I am on R3 and I am advertising Fast Ethernet 0/0. So Fast Ethernet 0/0 is present in which area?
0.
In 0. Now interface. Why neighborship is not come up? Yes, you can see now neighborship is in full state.
So loopback interface you have advertised in area 2, right?
Yeah. Interface Fast Ethernet 0/1 IP Ospf 3 and area 2. Now let me show you the database of R1 again. So IP Ospf database. See the difference. Are you able to see the difference? Guys, difference is only in summary LSA, right? In LSA 1, you can see there is no any change. Am I right? In LSA 2 as well, in network LSA, you can see there is no any change. But in summary LSA, there is only 2 entry. But here you can see there are how many entry? 4 entry. Okay. So IP root. So IP root.
So it is running for root.
Where is 3.3.3? Cost for this network is 3.3.3. How this router will calculate cost 3? So IP Ospf database summary, right? There is 3.3 and cost for 3.3.3 from ABR is 2. and cost from me to ABR is 1. So total cost for this network will be 3. So IP OSPF, so IP route. By running which algorithm this router is calculating cost? SPF algorithm. Okay. In the same way, now let me configure OSPF on R4. Interface F0/0, no shutdown. IP address will be 34.1.1.4, 255.255.255.0. Interface loopback 1. IP address will be 4.4.4.4, 255.255.255.255. IP OSPF process ID 4.
Can you advertise this using another page?
Yes, router OSPF process ID 4, but always keep in mind process ID on R4 will be same, right? If you will advertise this network, this loopback in different process and this interface in different process, right? Then this network will never come in the database of router 1, router 2 and router 3. Right? Means you are running two process now. Okay. Now network will be what? 34.0.0.0 and wildcard mask will be, and area will be
1.0.
See, I am telling to R1 that just match only 8 bit.
Okay.
Right? If I will run this command 34.1.1.0, 0.0.255 and area 2, there is no difference, right, between this command and this command. Both are same. Fine. So IP OSPF database. In the database of R1 there is only one LSA. Now neighborship is full. Now you can see the database. How many LSA are there? LSA 1, LSA 2 and LSA 3. So who is sending LSA 3? Again 3.3.3.3. Who is ABR? Both router 2 and router 3 is ABR, right? This one is also ABR, this one is also ABR, right? So this router is advertising all prefixes of area 0 in area 2, and this router is advertising all prefixes of this area in this area. And in the same way, this router is advertising all prefixes of area 2 in area 0, and this router is advertising all prefixes of area 1 in area 0, right? That's why I can I ping 4.4.4 from 1.1.1? Go to R1, ping 4.4.4.4 and source will be 1.1.1. What do you think? Will it ping? Definitely it will ping, because in the routing table of R1, so IP route, there will be 4.4.4 network, 4.4.4. But who is advertising this network? So IP OSPF database 2.2.2. Who is advertising this network? For 2.2.2.2. So in last class we had discussed that in every LSA there will be information of advertising router ID and link ID. Am I right? Guys, in all LSA, advertising router ID will be the router ID who is advertising that LSA. And in link ID, in router LSA, means in LSA 1, link ID will be also router ID. In LSA 2, you can see in the link ID, there will be the IP address of DR. This is IP address of DR. IP address of DR. In LSA 2, in LSA 1, in the both field, there will be router ID of advertising router ID. But in summary LSA, you can see in advertising router ID, advertising router ID of advertising router, right? But in link ID, there will be information of network of inter area. Hello. So this is really something different. This is part of CCNP, not CCNA, by the way. I must tell
This
you.
is good for the today's class was very interesting, to be honest.
Yes, Firaz.